No responde. Ahora. Vale, ahora está grabando. Vale, pues un gameplay de Wolf Among Us. Es el puto final, mierda. Los logros no tienen mucho sentido. No, no sé. Bueno, son logros. Oh, me faltan... No, me faltan estos. 1, 2, 3, 4. Va. Tengo cosas para leer. Me siguen faltando esos. LOL, ya están casi que todos completos. No. Historia de Vivian. Espera. ¿Está grabando esto? ¿Está todo bien? ¿Todo correcto? Vale. Vivian fue la chica de la cinta. Vivian fue la primera en llevar la maldición de la cinta morada. El resultado de quitárselo sería la muerte, y cualquier intento de hablar sobre ello sería frustrado por el hechizo que había en ella. Con el paso del tiempo, ella trataba de llevar una vida normal. Se casó con un buen hombre, quien constantemente la cuestionaba sobre la cinta que llevaba en su cuello. A pesar de sus súplicas por hacer el tema a un lado, una noche, mientras ella dormía, este hizo el intento de quitárselo. Cuando jaló la punta de la cinta, Vivian se despertó y vio lo que su esposo estaba haciendo. En estado de pánico, se alejó para evitar que se deshiciera el nudo de la cinta. Fúrica, trató de expresar la severidad de los actos de su marido, pero no era capaz de comprender. Entonces ella se dio cuenta de que no podía confiar en él y decidió marcharse. Vivió sola por el resto de sus días en las tierras natales, decidiendo vivir aislada a ser traicionada de nuevo. Dulces tentaciones. En la negocio de Vivian y Georgito se conocieron durante el éxodo de las tierras natales y se ayudaron mutuamente para sobrevivir al largo viaje hacia el mundo mundano. Sin embargo, a su llegada tuvieron dificultades para tener una vida digna. Con el poco dinero que contaban, abrieron el Dulce Tentaciones. Administraron un club nocturno de striptease. Tal vez no sea el oficio más deseado, pero ellos se dieron cuenta de que era mejor estar encargados de un lugar como estos que ser forzados por la desesperación a trabajar en uno de ellos. Vale. Vale, pues el final. Episodio 5, ya no hay más. Rayos. Bueno, al menos me contento con saber que habrá una segunda parte. Shipper Metal Works. Mínimo serán unos que podrá ser unos 30 minutos, 40.
So this is where they've been sending these.
A ver si no empiezo demasiado fuerte. Estoy un poco frío. Frío en cuanto a reflejos, quiero decir. Joder, esto no se ve bien.
Bigby Wolf. The Big Bad Wolf.
Un espejo. Mierda. Esto va a empezar fuertísimo.
You used to be something.
Cuando conocí a la chica... LOL, ¿qué es esto? Ah, vale, es la troll. Pensé que la había matado ya. La chica... son las 3 que murieron. Las 3 con el lazo de mierda. Snow... Vale.
They used to fear you. They'd hide anywhere their small, shivering bodies would fit.
Vale. No puedo ir por aquí. Nada por aquí. Oh, me piqué la rodilla. Va a salir de un espejo. Genial, balas de plata.
Silver.
The big bad wolf.
Oh, ¿de dónde salió? Joder.
It's about time you showed up.
I had to take care of some things first.
Little errand boy. That's nice.
Ah, Bigby. I see you made it here in one piece. I do apologize, but I have some business to attend to. I leave you in the capable hands of my associate. Come find me when you've finished, dear.
Don't worry. This won't take long.
¿Estás
Get out
seguro?
of my way now. Don't make this worse.
Aw, he doesn't want to play.
I'm sure you'll persuade him.
Wow.
No puede ser
What a
capaz.
man. Stealing punches while my back is turned? Didn't your mother ever teach you to fight proper?
Mierda. Oh, describe. Toma. Vale, esto empieza durísimo. Oh, se fue. Le di cuando pensé que no le había dado. Es muy fácil el tema de los... Oh shit, de los Quick Time Events. No, tengo que pasar por un sitio tan pequeño. Voy a ver si puedo matar al este. Ah, vale, le voy a dar en toda la cara. Ah, mierda, me... Vale, vale, con calma. Vamos, muévete. Oh, le di.
Where are you? Come out and face me!
Joder. No, me gusta mucho más así. Joder. Vale, vale. Me he pasado el Hollow Knight. ¿Puedo hacer esta mierda? Yo creo que no puedo. Joder. Guardando. Vale, modo diablo. Vamos ya la puta. Esto es buenísimo. Oh shit. No pasa nada, puedo controlar aquí. No. Tal vez son demasiado. Me dio. No le di. Casi le di. otra transformación el cabrón. La puta madre. Dios. Estoy demasiado concentrado como para avanzar por el mundo. Dios, esta mierda es buenísima. El suplido. Ahí está. Oh, en el ojo. Oh, no. Toma, chuparla. Pensé que me iban a dejar decidir si salvarla o no. 4 transformaciones, no me jodas. Esto sí tiene que tener efectos negativos. No me jodas, te acabas de convertir en un puto lobo gigante, en el puto Sith. Joder. Mierda, qué brutal. Ahora voy por ti, hijo de puta. Voy a hacer lo que me dijo Snow. Se lo voy a llevar. Si tiene la pistola.
Hello, Bigby. You
Parece
look
que sí.
tired.
Give me one good reason not to rip you apart right now.
Ahí está.
This gun holds 6. I won't
No.
miss next time.
Vale.
Before you do anything with me, I thought I should point out a few things. Snow
¿Qué
White
pasó?
wants you to bring me back to the woodlands, doesn't she? And that's what I want. You plan to do what she says, don't you?
You sure about that?
Yes, I'm quite sure.
Hijo de
You
puta.
will bring me back alive. Look, all I ask for is the chance to speak for myself in front of the community. And I'm sure Miss White would agree that I should be given a fair trial. Can we at least agree on that? I will have a trial. Are we clear?
The whole town will be calling for your execution. Why would you want me to bring you back there?
Hijo de
Why
puta.
don't you let me worry about that?
Que no
Look,
tenga.
there's no reason for
que me
us
esté
to be at
apuntando con
each
una puta
other's
pistola, no.
throats here.
That's
No.
funny, coming from a guy pointing a gun at my head.
Eso.
This is just a precaution. I'm sure you understand. I'm no murderer, Mr. Wolf. I didn't kill those women. And I think you know that. All I'm asking for is a chance to explain my side of the story.
Maybe you didn't carry it out, but I don't think Georgie was lying when he said you ordered their deaths.
Georgie would have said anything to save himself. We both know that. I'm a businessman, not a killer.
There's still a lot you have to answer for.
And I will, as long as you agree to my terms. Because I'm not saying another word until I'm brought before the community. And I
Sospechoso.
don't think I'm being unreasonable. If you decide to do something stupid, like murder me, you won't get your answers. But you will have a difficult time explaining yourself to Miss White and the rest of this miserable town.
Hijo de puta.
You're often reckless, and I worry you're not thinking of the... Let me ask you an honest question. What do you really care about here? Where this case is concerned, I mean. Do you really want the truth? Or do you just want to look like the hero?
This is about protecting Fabletown. When some asshole murders 2 of our people, it's my job to bring them down.
Then why are you here? You know who murdered them. Georgie. He's dead, isn't he? My point being, the killer has been dealt with. You've won.
You really think I'm that stupid?
I understand you have an obligation to bring me in, but you can brighten up a little. It's over. So, shall we get going? I'd rather not dawdle. You know, I'm actually looking forward to seeing Miss White again.
All right, let's go. Hand over the gun.
I think I'd rather hold on to it, if you don't mind. What do you say? Hey!
Deja esa mierda.
I'm sure Miss White will be pleased. Such a reliable pup. I understand why she'd want to keep you around.
You're under arrest.
Vamos a hacer las cosas
Given a
bien.
trial in front of your peers. And your punishment will
Voy a jugarlo
follow.
por segunda vez. Quisiera jugarlo. Pero esta vez siendo un hijo de puta. Es que no me siento... No sé, no me gusta ser un hijo de puta, no sé. No se siente bien. No sé, yo qué sé.
I know. But we have to do something.
Are you
Ya está,
fucking kidding
joder,
me?
ya
When does this thing
no juego.
happen? Are we sure he's coming?
Yes, you'll have an opportunity to... He's
Ya
back.
está, este es el final.
Crooked man.
Thank God.
Motherfucker.
Are you okay? It's been hours. We were worried you'd run into some trouble. At the Crooked Man's place.
What? Don't I look okay?
I guess you've been worse. You did well, Sheriff. I'm surprised. Not that you did well, but that, you know... I'm just glad you made it back in one piece.
La va a lanzar al esposo, ¿verdad?
It's about time you showed up. Now throw this asshole down the fucking well.
Yes! What are you waiting for?
You killed Lily!
She was my sister.
Could
What do
you?
you have to say for
Where the
yourself?
fuck do you get off?
Poor
You
girls.
think you have the right to
And what
just
about
do this
Faith?
to
What could
people?
they have
You're a
done to
fucking
deserve
crook!
This?
Me
You
imaginaba
should be
un...
ashamed.
Shithole.
Everyone, can I have your attention?
Me imaginaba un juicio
Thank you all
más...
for coming here on such short notice. I know normally we'd schedule a formal hearing, but considering the circumstances, I thought it best if we do this as soon as possible.
Vale, tiene sentido.
The Crooked Man is charged with the murder
As
of
I
Faith
already
and...
informed your sheriff, it was Mr. Georgie Porgy who killed those women, not me.
What? It was Georgie?
Georgie.
I don't mean to interrupt you, Miss White.
Georgie
dejas
may have
vivo, no me
killed her,
jodas.
but you made the call.
Do I have to explain the situation to you again?
Wait a minute. So you're saying Georgie's the motherfucker who killed my sister? Well, where is he?
Yeah, you're gonna bring that shithead in too, aren't you?
Genial,
Yes,
se va a ir
Sheriff.
con vida el
Where
hijo
is
de
the
puta.
rotten scoundrel now?
Is he still out there?
I sincerely hope not.
Well, where is he?
Sheriff?
Georgie was a victim of this psycho, too. He was pushed into the whole thing, and now he's dead.
He's... what?
Dead. So you see, the culprit has been punished. There's no
That
need
doesn't
for
change
this.
anything. We'll deal with it later, but right now, you're the one I'm concerned with.
You called the shots. Georgie made that perfectly clear.
In which case, you still have a lot to answer for.
I
And
was
I
told
don't...
I would be allowed to speak.
We have to read the rest of the
What
charges.
other charges?
If you'd wait a moment.
Fine. Go right ahead.
ya
Wait,
estamos aquí.
that's not how this works. After the rest of your crimes are read through, then you will have an opportunity to defend yourself, but only then.
If you insist.
Por Dios, no te acerques al pozo.
You are charged with the murder of Faith and Lily, which Georgie carried out on your order, inciting violence against various members of the Fabletown community, including the attempted murder of Sheriff Bigby Wolf.
Twice.
A misunderstanding.
Aiding and providing monetary support for the forced prostitution at the Pudding and Pie. Additionally, you are charged with multiple counts of fraud, extortion, racketeering, and the illegal possession and sale of magical artifacts. Now, is there anything
Mierda, no
you
vi
would
las
like to
opciones.
say?
First of all, I had nothing to do with Faith and Lily, so you can strike that one from your little record book.
Bullshit!
Insistiendo el
Like hell
cabrón.
you didn't.
Stop the charade. We know you're
Come on,
involved.
it's obvious.
And there's all the other crap he's done.
I know you're responsible. You've been behind all of this from the beginning. So cut the shit.
We all know who you are. We know what you've
Just
done.
give it up already.
Díselo, Clem, díselo.
The Crooked Man has committed crimes against this government
Se ve
and,
con
most
vida el hijo de
importantly,
puta.
its citizens. These charges, if proven, are enough to justify death, upon which your body will be committed to the witching
Where it
well.
fucking belongs.
That's
So
right.
let's get
But
on
we
with it
promised
then.
you a chance to defend yourself, and I won't rob you of that right.
What the
You're
fuck?
really going
This
to
is
let him
about
talk?
justice. If we're ever going to pull ourselves together and make something of this town, we have to start doing things correctly. No more snap judgments, no more secrets. We are going to treat everyone fairly, even when they don't deserve it.
This is ridiculous.
Ahora los mata
You have the
todos.
floor.
Thank you, Miss White. You've all met Georgie. I don't have to tell you what kind of person he was. He was a total scoundrel, lacking in any sort of moral fiber. I hired him as a favor to his family, you see. A promise kept to a dying mother.
Oh,
Are you gonna
jeez.
get to your point or what?
Georgie was working for me, yes. But he was not acting on my behalf when he killed those women. It was his business. And for whatever reason, I'm sure only he could understand, he murdered 2 of his most faithful employees. I had nothing to do with it.
Tell
This
the
is such
fucking
bullshit.
truth for
He's
once.
always been a bit of a powder keg. It was only a matter of time before something like this happened.
Georgie seemed pretty convinced he didn't have a say in the matter.
He clearly misunderstood my intention.
Really?
I would never authorize such an act.
Any of you actually believe this bullshit?
Holly, please.
Tell them, Gibby, when you finally showed up at my door last night, wasn't I more than helpful? I answered your questions. I was willing to cooperate.
What's he talking about?
Helpful isn't the word I would use.
My comrades are another matter. And I'm sorry for the predicament they put you in.
Hijo de puta,
They
tienes
get a
razón.
bit carried away sometimes, it's true. Loyal to the end. They do it because they want to protect me, as I've protected
Mira la
them.
puta de haberlo
You
matado.
understand wanting to protect what you care about, don't you? You'd do anything. You might even give up an innocent man, just to save...
La gente está considerando el punto de vista del joder. No querían protegerlo. Creo que este ya
Someone.
acabó.
Yeah, right. They don't do it because they want to protect you. You intimidate people, use scare tactics. They're afraid if they don't follow orders, they'll end up dead.
Let me explain this to you. My employees are just that, hired help. I see some of them are here among you. They are not my slaves. They are all free to make their own decisions, as Georgie was.
What about Lily? She wasn't free. She wasn't given a choice. Do you really think she wanted... that any of those girls wanted their lives like that?
I'm sorry, Holly. I'm sorry that your sister asked me for help, and I'm sorry that I decided against my better judgment to give her a distasteful job.
Joder.
Right, and you kept them in debt so they couldn't leave.
Yeah. That's what you did to us. How you kept us all
You
in
forget
line.
it was not me who put you in that position. You all act like I'm some kind of tyrant.
Hijo de
When
puta,
your
tiene razón
government
el cabrón.
abandoned you, left you poor and helpless, sniveling on street corners, I was there to look out for you.
Yes, but
Wasn't I?
Ese fue Crane.
Crane was the one who let this town go to the fucking dogs. The guy who was in your pocket, remember?
Really? What about Auntie Greenleaf? Her story is not uncommon. She left everything she had back in the homelands. Everything that matters, anyway. With nowhere else to turn, she came to me for help. And what did I do for you?
You got my tree back.
I got her tree back, and in turn we used her magic to help poor Fables get glamours. Because I helped her, she was able to make a living, provide for herself. And what did they do?
For the longest time,
Es que el cabrón está haciendo lo
not
mismo que hace
much,
el puto narco, que es
they
aprovechar ese
asked me to
hueco.
come work for them.
Really? Then
Ese
you
puto hueco
deputy
que hay en
mayor
el
wants you on
sistema.
the 13th floor.
No. The wolf
Eso no,
offered me the
eso no
job.
significa que no sea culpable,
She
hijo de
wanted
perro.
my tree destroyed. If she had had her way, I'd be hung out to dry on a clothesline by now.
What?
you were gonna burn her tree? Snow, why would you want that?
Is that true?
Don't blame Snow, she had her reasons. Greenleaf was using her magic to help Crane and the Crooked Man. That's why Snow wanted your tree burned.
That's not why.
Como que no, hijo de
It
puta.
wasn't her fault.
You can lie to yourself, but you can't lie to me. You hated Crane, and you hated him for wanting to fuck you, and you being too soft to notice what he'd do to get it. It had nothing to do with a crooked man.
We've made some mistakes. I've made some mistakes. But believe me, I truly want what's best for this town. And that may not always be clear right away. But I want you all to know that I care deeply about all of you.
Vamos, hijos de puta, se
And
los
so does the
hemos
sheriff.
demostrado todo.
Yeah, right.
Toda la
I
partida.
can't promise you perfection. No one can. But I can promise to always have your best interests at heart.
Oh shit, estas son buenas. Estamos tratando de protegerlos, nosotros no los metimos en esto. Eso no. Lo haremos mejor.
Like you did with her?
Maybe you haven't noticed, but we've been doing all this to protect you. We're trying to stop people like him.
The crooked man's been exploiting you. Exploiting your hope for a better life. You would go to him for help, and he would take that weakness and add it to his strength.
Do you really think the crooked man cared about you? He just cared about your money. He cares about your obedience.
Oh, ahí está, se ponen de mi lado.
You're all still
Vamos.
afraid of him,
Yo gano.
even now. But you needn't be. His
Joder, esto sí que
contamination
se va a
of this
terminar
town is over, and those
Toma.
girls will have their justice.
Hijo de puta, te quedas solo. Asqueroso. Toma.
Very good, very good. The sentiment is surely
Ahora el hijo de
appreciated,
puta nos va a
Miss
matar a
White.
todos.
But it doesn't disguise the fact that these accusations are completely unfounded. The sheriff simply doesn't have a particle of evidence linking me to the
Georgie was working for you. Bigby got a confession,
a confession that nobody heard. Now,
No, eso es verdad.
I'm no barrister, but I think such a statement would carry more weight if Bigby weren't the only one to whom Georgie spoke, especially given Bigby's history.
What are you talking about?
Snow?
¿Y qué tal su historia?
And what about your history? All you've done to this fucking town?
What do you mean there's no evidence?
Maybe he's... I mean, this doesn't feel right,
Mira
how
la
we're
puta.
doing this.
Debía haberlo matado.
Of course it's right. This man tormented all of you for profit. Georgie
Let me
killed
just
them.
make sure I understand you. You're trying to say that I'm responsible for what Georgie did, because he was working for me at the time, yes?
Yes.
Of course. Yes, you're responsible.
If I'm to blame for Georgie's mistakes, shouldn't Miss White be held accountable for Bigby's actions as well?
Like what?
How about the way he treated poor Tweedledee when he was in your custody? He was beaten to mashed apples while under your watch.
Under my watch.
Maybe he's right.
Did you think we'd all just let that go?
That was Bluebeard, not me.
He was a murder suspect.
Besides, Crane was still deputy mayor when that happened. Right before you decided to kidnap him.
It was for his own protection. Oh, you're right, dear. Crane was in charge. Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference.
That's enough.
So, you won't answer for your employees' behavior, but I must perish for
This
mine.
is completely different.
I
We all...
did not order those two girls dead.
Joder, la puta
It simply
burocracia de
never
mierda.
happened.
Es ridículo esta
Georgie
mierda.
killed Faith and Lily. End of story. They want to scapegoat me for their own tangled ends, but they refuse to answer for their own
This
crimes.
isn't right.
Oh, please.
This isn't the point.
We'll deal with them after we deal with you.
Listen, I
The
know...
laws apply when we need them.
Everyone calm down. This isn't
I
the
mean, a
reason we're
certain level
here.
of privilege should be afforded to...
To who?
This is how it's always been.
This is what I'm talking about. We lashed our ropes to this diseased world, and ever since, which one of us has been there for you? Who filled your lives with the promise of more? Who was there while they idly played in their towers, judging you, treating you as mindless children, too stupid to command your own destiny? Without me, who will pay your rent when you're on the verge of eviction? Who will dare challenge their brutality
Mierda, es que
when
se
it
murieron
links
los
to
dos.
our dear citizens? Who will protect you from the big bad wolf? Who will be the...
Bigby! Miss White!
Oh, es ella, toma.
Excuse me,
I-
dear.
I wanted to make sure I had the chance to say something.
Why don't you take a moment to catch your breath, little
What's
one?
she doing here?
I'd like to... I need to say something.
We're kind of in the middle of something.
Bluebeard.
Espera. Ya no tiene el hechizo, ¿no? No tienes que hacer esto. Ella tiene que decir... No tienes que hacerlo.
Of course. Go right ahead.
You probably don't remember me. I don't know why I was afraid to come
My
here.
dear, I don't
Just
know
shut up. You enslaved us for years. Let us hear stories about what you do. Told us we would lose everything if we stepped just one toe out of line.
Toma,
And we
solo
couldn't
necesitamos
say a
un
word
testigo.
about it because of these damn ribbons. But you know what? Now it's my turn to talk.
How are you?
I found Vivian's body. Did you kill her? Did he?
Sheriff, this is highly irregular.
Be quiet.
We need to establish some order here.
Espera. ¿Quién es Vivian? Es la del lazo. Ella quería liberarlos a todos.
Vivian wanted you freed from the ribbons. She took her own life.
I'm sorry, I don't think I know
Nerissa!
your-
My name is Nerissa.
It's okay, my dear. It's going to be just...
He ordered them dead. This fucker. Faith and Lily.
That's a lie.
I was in the goddamn room when he did it. Faith and Lily are dead because of you. The only two people who ever gave a damn about me.
Toma, aquí tienes tu prueba,
And
hijo de
now
puta.
I can finally say, you're an asshole. And I hope you rot at the bottom of the witching well for what you did.
Don't worry. He's gonna pay for it.
He made Georgie do it.
La
It was
gente te está
always
apoyando.
him.
Toma.
Georgie would have never done anything without his say-so. Ever.
¿Quién le
You're
haya quitado
going
el
to
chi-
take
el-
the word of a stupid...
At least 5 other girls will back me up on this. We all heard you say it.
Did you now?
Looks like we found our evidence.
She saw it firsthand.
He's guilty.
Good enough for me.
Me too.
So that's it, right?
Calm down the witching well.
Ahí
No,
está.
that's too fucking easy for a crook like that.
What do you mean?
He's gotta pay for what he did.
Listen to yourselves!
You're all rats, fleeing from one sinking ship to the next. So quick to latch onto whatever will keep your miserable lives afloat. This is how you want to repay all I've done for you?
What, you take 2 people's lives away and now you want mercy?
You know we can't let you go free after this.
You're done talking, crooked man. You had your chance.
Well done, then.
Now, for your sentence.
We don't have to become murderers.
What are you talking about?
He's
Camila.
guilty. I know that, but we don't have to kill anybody. We can imprison him. Lock him up forever. Somewhere he can never hurt anyone again.
How can we be sure he won't escape?
I can help. We'll use magic.
That's
I
not
assure
good
you.
enough.
Maybe
There will
she
be
has
more
a point.
if he isn't
Hasn't
stopped.
there been
I
enough
don't give a shit
bloodshed
So we
what
get
you do.
rid of
It's too
him.
Why don't you
dangerous.
get him out of here?
We can send him
Everyone,
away.
listen up! Clearly, we're having trouble agreeing on a suitable punishment. So I think
This is going nowhere.
someone needs to make a decision.
Who?
I hope you aren't suggesting yourself.
Why not?
What about a vote?
What do you think this is?
Look,
No sé, ella es la que está a cargo.
Snow should
¿Qué
decide
decide
what
ella?
we do with him. She's gonna be the deputy mayor,
But
so...
she's not the deputy mayor yet.
What about Bigby?
What about him?
He was appointed. He's the only official representative,
Oh, me da la
really.
puta.
He should be the judge.
That makes sense to me.
I guess it does.
Okay.
Fine.
Maldita sea.
Are you sure? This isn't how
It's what the people want, Miss White.
Okay, Mr. Wolf, it's your call.
Snow,
Just do what you think is right.
Bueno, pues me lo voy a comer.
Yes, Sheriff.
Joder, arrancarle la cabeza, encerrarlo, arrojarlo al pozo. Es que no sé qué es el pozo.
Do what you think is right.
Teach him a fucking lesson.
A ver, cálmate. Encerrarlo, joder. No sé, arrojarlo al pozo me parece mejor. No sé qué es. No se supone que hacen experimentos. Encerrarlo es que... La vieja chota que dice, hija de puta. Eso no funciona. Va a salir. Con magia. Pero la magia se puede romper.
No.
He has to
We can
die.
lock him
Just
away.
fucking get rid of him.
Not this way.
No, no, ¿qué pasó? ¡Hijo de puta! ¿Estaba decidiendo?
There you are. I hope you all remember this moment.
Y ya la puta no.
Think of me when you try to sleep.
Finish it, Sheriff.
Vamos a encerrarlo. Hijo de puta. ¿Qué intentas hacer? Barrio Fábula lo recordará.
You said you had a way to keep him from hurting people.
Wait, you
After
can't
what
be
he's
serious.
done, you're just gonna put him in prison?
This isn't the way, Sheriff.
You're doing the right thing.
Yes, there's a way.
Esto va a salir mal.
All right, do it.
Dios, no ha dormido el cabrón. Oh.
Not what I was expecting. Morning, crooked man.
He's got a sharp tongue. I thought it would be better for everyone if he parted with it.
Thanks, Greenleaf.
Work is work, I guess.
Hey, Sheriff. Are you gonna come see the truck off? We're leaving for the farm in a few. Thought you might want to. I don't know.
I'll be down in a minute.
Okay, great.
No creo que haya sido la mejor decisión. Debí haberlo arrojado al pozo.
This fucking line.
Joder.
Oh, Mr. Wolf, Flycatcher left his keys.
Listen, Snow, can we talk? I wanted to...
I'm sorry, Sheriff. I have to take care of this. We'll talk later, okay?
Good morning, Miss White.
You're late.
Someone's gonna see you, Colin.
¿Qué mierda? No sé, esto está muy raro. Y ya está. Todavía sigue un poco más.
I'm going. Jesus.
We only have like 5 minutes.
Carry me, for fuck's sake. I don't give a shit.
You forgot these.
Oh, thank you. It's been pretty busy around here.
Morning, Sheriff. Nice fucking day. Shit. Just go grab that, would you?
It's just a farm. You don't have to be so dramatic about it.
Just why the hell did she have to send me and me boy away, huh? You promised me I'd get another chance, but Miss White said I had to go up to the damn farm anyway. I told her I had the money, but she didn't want to hear it.
Wait, Sheriff Bigby! I have something.
You know, he was up crying all night, poor kid.
Can you give this to Miss White, please? Dad says there's no time to say goodbye, so...
Es la voz de Clem
If you
también.
could bring it to her, she was nice. So...
Yeah, sure.
I couldn't take them
Se van
all
a ir a la
with me,
granja.
and she said she liked that one the best.
Oh.
It's a willow beetle. That's a big one. They're cool, because when they're little, they have these pouches that squirt juice at you if you touch them.
I'm sure she'll love it.
She said it was pretty.
We're about ready to head out.
What's it like at the farm? I've heard ogres live there, and they eat
la voz de
people
Clem.
in their sleep sometimes.
God, I hope not.
Do we have to go? I want to stay here.
Well, we don't have a choice anymore.
Don't worry. You'll be a lot safer there. There's plenty of space to run around, and a nice river nearby, so you can swim all you want.
Nunca pude ver la
Even in
granja.
daytime?
Yeah, you don't have to worry about the Mundies seeing you. It'll be nice. Come on. It won't be so bad.
Have you been there before?
No. Some of the animals aren't comfortable around wolves.
So you wouldn't know, would you?
Pues no.
We're all set.
Bye, Mr. Wolf.
Goodbye, TJ.
Y se llevan a la
Hey,
paloma, me da la
Bigby.
puta.
Where's your friend, Colin? Where's the fucking pig?
I don't know. He, must have run off.
Bullshit.
¿Cómo mierda? Joder, se lo van a llevar a la granja. Y a la paloma también.
Saying goodbye?
Esto no va a terminar bien.
Hi.
Hi.
You're still wearing that thing.
Oh. Yeah. I guess I am. It's not easy to forget. I know it seems like I should be able to. It's just...
It's okay. I get it.
Joder. Debe dar miedo traer esa mierda.
Listen, I came here because I
sabiendo lo
have
que
to
pasa.
tell you something.
Lo que te puede pasar.
What is it?
It's about what happened to Faith and Lily. I'm not sure where to start. Faith, Lily, and I, we had this plan. We were gonna find a way out. Leave the pudding and pie for good. But then Faith decided to get some leverage. She stole a picture of Crane and Lily together. The minute Faith stole that photo, we had dirt on one of the Crooked Man's allies. If he found out, I had no choice. You have to understand. You've seen how they kept us quiet in that place. Can you imagine the lengths they go just to silence someone who had physical evidence?
It's okay. Just calm down.
I freaked out, okay? I thought if I came clean to Georgie, he'd get the Crooked Man to leave us alone. We could just forget the whole thing. Maybe try again in a few years.
You what?
Hija de puta.
So I told him everything. And I begged for mercy for all of us. I didn't want anyone to die over a picture.
You were just trying to protect them.
Yeah. Georgie promised he'd smooth things over with the Crooked Man. But then... Oh, God. I don't know what happened, but that night at the club, Georgie came back and told me things had changed. He had to make an example of us. We had committed treason. And while the two of us were sitting there, as he was telling me this, Faith walked in, and I had to watch while Georgie...
Wait. So Georgie told you all this? Not the Crooked Man? Back at the well, you said...
I know what I said.
But it wasn't the truth, was it?
What does it matter? I know the Crooked Man did it. So what if it wasn't the whole truth? It was true enough.
I guess it worked out.
Joder, pues entonces al final no era culpable. A ver, quiero decir, sí que
I
lo es,
know
pero...
he ordered their deaths. I wasn't gonna let him get away with it because
Pero
of
en
a
cuanto a
stupid
burocracia no lo era.
technicality. Especially after... That night, after Faith, I tried to warn Lily, but she wasn't with her scheduled appointment. So I did the only thing I could do. I left Faith's head at your doorstep.
You?
I walked her over here, and I left her.
So, that piece of fabric I found near there, that was you?
Yeah, I cut my leg trying to get over the fence.
Joder.
So you started all this?
I
Mejor sí
just
que lo hizo.
pointed you in the right direction. People like us get forgotten all the time. The Crooked Man was counting on that. When we suffer, we do it in silence, and the world likes it that way. We just fade, like we never existed. I couldn't watch that happen to Faith or
Tienes
Lily.
razón.
Nobody cares about us. Not really.
It's going to be different now, I promise. Things like that won't happen anymore. Not while I'm around.
You'll make things right. You and Snow.
I don't know. It seems like no matter what I do, it's just not enough for her, or anyone. I just can't win with these people.
I know it might feel that way, but they need you, Bigby. Both of you. You two make a good team. The way you look out for each other, and look out for us. You don't see that a lot these days.
I don't really know where we stand anymore. Things are just different.
Huh. Things are always different. Look, Bigby. After everything you've done for us, maybe they don't want to admit it, but without you, none of this would have happened. You listened when no one else would. You knew when to show mercy, and you brought justice to this town. Finally. Because you brought the Crooked Man in, everyone saw who he really was. So from where I'm standing, you did the right thing. You've been given this job for a reason. And I left Faith at your doorstep because I knew if anyone stood a chance against the Crooked Man, it was you.
I've been making a lot of mistakes lately.
But you've also done a lot of good. Don't forget that. You've changed this place. For better or
si le hubiera quitado la
worse,
cinta,
Fabletown wouldn't be the same without you.
no habría habido este testigo. ¿No me estaría diciendo esto? ¿Cuántos la habrán matado?
You're not as bad as everyone says you are.
Joder.
I need to tell you something.
I have to tell you something.
I feel like we've met before.
You're trying to place me. You like my ribbon?
Do you like it?
Faith wore one too. Would hide her beauty so she could escape his kingdom.
They used to call me the Little
Did
Mermaid.
Dr. Swinehart ever get back to you about Faith?
He said he wanted to run more tests. I hope you find what you're looking for.
Espera, ¿qué?
I'll see you around, Wolf.
Espera, ¿qué? ¿Dejarla ir o seguirla? ¿Qué rayos? No entendí, no sé. Supongo que es que no sé. No podía ser Blanca, ni podía ser el otro, ¿sí? Este mierdas. El Crooked Man. Tú y el 68% de los jugadores mataron a Georgito. Le hiciste un juicio al hombre torcido, tú y el 89%. Trajeron con vida al hombre torcido. El 89%, bastantes. Un 90%. Pensé que la mayoría lo mataría. ¿Cómo castigas al hombre torcido? Bueno, pero sí, incluso sí, bueno, no sé. Incluso si lo llevaban a juicio, no lo iban a culpar sin el testigo, sin la sirenita. ¿Cómo castigaste al hombre torcido? Tú y el 47%. Encarcelar al hombre torcido. Solo el 47%. ¿Y los demás qué? Tú y el 98%. Casi el 100%. 99%. Un 1% no lo hizo, hijos de puta. ¿Qué fue lo último que le dijiste a Nerissa? Tú y las dos dijeron, he cometido muchos errores. Le mentiste sobre Vila fuera del departamento, le prometiste que no le dirías a Bestia, que la viste, peleaste con él después del interrogatorio, le diste dinero después de la pelea, lo encarcelaste. No me gustó tanto esta opción. Puedo probar otras. Le ofreciste un trabajo, bebiste con Gren después del funeral, tomaste dinero de la caja fuerte de Georgito. Lo trajiste contigo al trip trap, decidiste esperarlo, aceptaste su escarabajo y prometiste dárselo a Blanca. Lo defendiste y cuando Blanca quería enviarlo a la granja, le diste dinero. Dios, la puta madre, aún así se lo llevaron. Oh, es un cómic, lol, no lo sabía. Fables, Legend in Exile, Exile, lol. Son cómics. Qué bueno, brutal. El lobo feroz, la verdadera forma del lupo. La forma verdadera del lupo es un lobo gigante de más de 2 metros de alto, el puto Sif. Además de su característico poder de soplar y resoplar, también heredó otras habilidades de su padre, el viento del norte. Joder. Por ejemplo, el lupo es capaz de mantener la respiración por un lapso de tiempo mayor al normal, lo que evita que se ahogue. Joder. Es brutalísimo esta mierda. La verdadera forma del hombre lobo. La lealtad de María, aparte del trabajo. María Sangrienta empezó a trabajar para el hombre torcido hace muchos siglos. Se le prometió hacer lo que ella quisiera, a cambio de que aceptara ser su guardaespaldas personal y sicario. Debido al poder y a las influencias del hombre torcido, María nunca tuvo que preocuparse de las autoridades. De que las autoridades lo atraparan. Ella disfruta su trabajo inmensamente y defiende al hombre torcido a muerte. Especialmente porque cree que es divertido. Justicia del barrio. Cuando capturaron a un criminal en el barrio Fábula, el procedimiento racional realizó una audiencia formal en frente de la comunidad y las partes involucradas. Sin embargo, en ocasiones se realizan excepciones para acelerar el proceso. En realidad no existen reglas estrictas para este tipo de situaciones y el alcance de las políticas depende de quien sea el acusado. Una nueva orden. Blancanieves a cargo. Con Crane fuera del mapa. No, Blancanieves. Así que decían que era la otra, la que llevaba... La que usaba un hechizo. Bueno, no sé. Con Crane fuera del mapa, el alcalde Cole nombró oficialmente a Blancanieves como directora. El alcalde Cole. Director de operaciones y teniente de alcalde mientras esté ausente. Muchos ya se esperaban este ascenso desde hace mucho. Desde que ella era instrumental en la fundación de Barrio Fábula. Y se aseguró personalmente de que muchas fábulas llegaron al nuevo mundo a salvo. También ha cubierto el cargo de teniente de alcalde de manera extraoficial por muchos años. Comisario Lupo. Después de huir de las tierras natales, el Lupo Ferro pasó muchos años vagando por Europa. Durante el desarrollo rápido de la colonia de fábulas en el Nuevo Mundo, Blancanieves y Testapluma rastrearon al lobo y le ofrecieron un pasaje a Barrio Fábula, que él aceptó. Blanca lo cortó con un cuchillo imbuido de licantropía. Para darle la habilidad de transformarse en humano a voluntad. LOL. Imbuido con licantropía. Lo convirtió en comisario de Barrio Fábula en la administración del rey Cole. Debido a su pasado violento, muchos abuelos no confiaban en él y se le prohibió la entrada a la granja. Todavía lucha por redimirse ante los ojos de la comunidad. Brutalísimo este puto juego. Me faltan cosas. Pero saber qué son. Ni idea de qué son. Y los logros tampoco me dicen nada. Del episodio 1. Todas las entradas. Vale, tengo que desbloquear todas estas mierdas. Ganar todos los logros del episodio 5. Pues ha estado bastante bien esta mierda. Ha estado muy bien. Podría volver a jugar, pero no. La vida no es bueno para nada. Puedo repetir algunas cosas. $50 minutos. Debería dejarlo aquí entonces. Ha estado bien esto. Puedo iniciarlo. No, pero es bastante largo. Bueno, pues ha estado bien. No sé si lo jugaré, quiero decir, después, cuando esté cerca de salir el otro. Ojalá no lo hagan en formato episódico, que es bastante horrible. No sé, pero antes de que salga, supongo que lo jugaré otra vez, siendo un hijo de puta esta vez, matándolos a todos. Y así puedo ver qué es lo que pasa si lo tiro al pozo. Aunque seguramente vea gameplays. Entonces tal vez no lo juegue. Bueno, yo qué sé. Ha estado muy bien esta mierda, me ha gustado. Sí. Ha estado bien esta mierdísima. Dios, qué puto juegazo. Bueno, basta esta mierda.